Welcome back. Today I'm taking you behind the design of our Ibis project. We recently completed this stunning home. This home was once an outdated, dark Mediterranean home, and now we've turned it into a contemporary, bright, beautiful masterpiece. This kitchen is the heart of the home, and it is a major focal point. As soon as you come in from the entrance, you are greeted with the kitchen. Originally, the cabinetry and the layout of the kitchen had two islands. So there was a peninsula here and a smaller island in the middle. So the entire layout of this kitchen just didn't function for what our client was looking for. We really spent a lot of time mapping everything out, and we knew with the size of this kitchen and family room being one big open space that we needed this really large island to accommodate a lot of seating and also fill the space proportionately as well. When I was designing this island, I knew right away the material was going to drive the size of the island as well. We searched a lot of places locally and went to a number of different slab companies to find this extra oversized slab. So this is a quartzite called Taj Mahal. It does have a polished finish on it, which the sheen of the countertop against the matte of the wood cabinets is just a beautiful and elegant combination. The cabinetry was also a huge focal point in this kitchen. There's a lot of cabinetry, and I wanted this very clean, seamless look where the doors are flush with the frame. So we call that an inset cabinet, and just when you're looking at it from an overall perspective, it's just very smooth and contemporary and just beautiful. So for me, when I was designing, that was extremely important to choose the right slab and also the right type of inset to do. When dealing with white oak, it can be a little challenging because it is a natural material. With our company for our cabinetry, we are very diligent about getting the grains to line up and at least have a cohesive look to them. So that is extremely important, especially when you're doing an entire kitchen in white oak material. And when you're doing a slab, that is even more important because you don't have a little frame on the detail of the door to kind of hide that. We did a lot of inserts so that all of her cooking utensils and silverware have a place. Also, we added some other accessories like spice pullouts, just really a way to maximize the storage within this kitchen. The sink was a huge focal point for us as well. Being that the island is oversized, we definitely needed an oversized sink for this space. So we have two beautiful polished nickel faucets, also a water filter faucet as well. This just allows for two people to be working at the same time within this kitchen. But also from a design perspective, this really balanced and was proportionate to the size of the room and the size of the island. So that is something to really consider when you do have an oversized island. Since the kitchen is a really long space here, we went with a 48-inch range from Wolf. And again, that just really balanced the space. It fits the size of the kitchen, and the hood was a huge focal point for us. So I had the design idea to really wrap the hood in the same material, the Taj Mahal quartzite that we did on the island, we did on the perimeter cabinets, and also just up the backsplash too, to really just draw your eye up. So in kitchen design, this corner usually is very problematic, and you really have to think about how you're going to utilize the space, but also give you maximum storage. I designed this little corner to have a fully functioning cabinet here, drop a panel down to the counter, and then give you this really tall, deep storage that you can utilize that corner. So we're not sacrificing any area in the kitchen for storage. This wall, you'll notice we have no lower cabinets. And the reason for that is really drawing your eye up design and look and feel, and also have these beautiful white oak panels. We did extend, so you'll notice here, we extended up on that panel to really kind of keep this consistent. That line was extremely important in the design. The Sub-Zero refrigerators are only a certain height, so we accommodated that by really just extending this panel up a little bit to cheat it and make these refrigerator freezer columns look extra tall. What was once here was a drywall walk-in pantry, and it had a regular door on it. It was very ugly, and I wanted to continue the cabinetry and then give the client a more functional pantry. Next to the kitchen, we have this beautiful breakfast nook. This banquette needed to be completely designed and custom to the size and shape of this window and the wall that was existing. We drew up this beautiful design and worked with our local woodworking shop to maximize the seating of this space and also follow the angles of the wall. So on the base of the table, we chose to do a beautiful walnut finish. And then on the fabric on the chairs, chose this very pretty champagne that almost ties in with the color of the countertops. The colors of this breakfast nook really marry well with the kitchen. But we wanted to have a little pop of something, so we designed and did this beautiful contemporary blue plate wall. This just really brings in the blue that we've accented throughout the entire home with accessories and pillows. So all of these little design elements really tie very well together and gives this home a very cohesive feel. The goals of this family room was really to maximize the seating. So we did this beautiful large sectional and then added some really cool swivel chairs to the side here so that we're really kind of creating a more family focused, and people could be laying on the couch and sitting on the swivel chairs while someone's cooking in the kitchen. So that's what's great about this open concept idea. This is where we're bringing in a lot of the dark elements as well. Like what we did in the breakfast nook, we're bringing the darker wood on the furniture, on this accent wall, and also on the coffee table, which really help ties all these spaces together. You might notice that this fabric is the same fabric we did on our breakfast nook chairs and the custom banquette that we did in the breakfast nook. So all those little details really help tie the spaces together and again, just not compete with each other. Within this family room, we have a really large focal point here. This was a highlight that I really wanted to have within this space. This wall is really a statement moment that helps tie everything together. Within this family room, we really wanted to incorporate a bar somewhere. We went through many different designs and renderings, really trying to fit a space that was dedicated to the bar. Previously, there used to be a door here to the cabana bathroom. Automatically, we knew that was going to get closed up. There was no reason for it to be here since there was a door on the outside for access. The design of the bar, I didn't want it to be too flashy or too much different than the rest of the TV unit. So I kept the cabinetry the same as this beautiful soft white paint, and then accented with this crystal quartzite. Did want to have a little bit of a pizzazz to it, so we backlit the backsplash here. And then chose this beautiful glass for the shelving so that the light from the backsplash really shines through, and then through all the bottles too. It looks very beautiful at night. Typically in homes, the space underneath the stairs is never utilized properly. We chose to use this space as a wine cellar. Our clients are wine collectors, wine drinkers, and they really wanted a space to showcase their collection. Moving into the dining room, I knew right away this design really needed to be light and airy and tie in with all the design choices we did throughout the home. The wallpaper is from Philip Jeffries, and it's this beautiful mural that is this soft blue, green, and silver tones. So when I picked the light fixture, I wanted to do the polished nickel finish that really complemented this Philip Jeffries wallpaper. The style of the fixtures is fairly simple to match with the style of the chandelier that we've done here over this beautiful metal table, and the artwork beautifully blends in with this Philip Jeffries wallpaper. The texture on the chairs was really an important design element so that it didn't compete with the color of the wallpaper. So we chose this beautiful creamy off-white texture on this performance fabric. The chair and table are from Vanguard Furniture, which is our preferred furniture manufacturer. This space is perfect for entertaining and large family gatherings. We wanted this table to be as big as we could get it. The texture on this metal table makes it extremely durable, so you don't have to be so worried about scratching and staining. Also, the fabric on the chairs is a performance fabric as well, which means it's stain repellent and easier to clean if someone does spill something. This wall in the dining room was an extremely important feature within this space. Previously, there were metal bars, and we obviously weren't going to keep that with our new contemporary clean look. So we opted to do this beautiful walnut paneling that allowed lighting to come from the foyer and flood this room with even more natural light. Moving into the living room, you'll notice this beautiful fireplace wall and these beautiful built-ins that we custom designed around our clients' artwork. A lot of times when we're working with clients, they do have some specific pieces of art or furniture or accessories that they want to use. In our client's case, this artwork was very special to her since her sister actually painted this. We knew right away we needed a dedicated space for these two large works of art. When I was designing the built-ins here, I took into account the size of the art and really sized the shelving to give her some storage space on the shelves, but also have this space very beautiful and have the artwork be the focal point here. Not to mention, we have a beautiful fireplace. The material selection was extremely important here because we didn't want it to fight with the colors that we were doing in the living room or even some of the other stone choices that we've done throughout the rest of the home. So we opted for this beautiful porcelain slab to go from the floor all the way up to the ceiling. This living room definitely has more of an elevated feel and a more formalness to it, with the layout of the furniture, also some of the materials that we chose to do throughout this space. We chose to do this very soft brass accents on all of the lighting. The chandelier, the picture lights, and even these two side chairs have a little bit of metal detail. Coming into the foyer, this space is your first impression when entering the home. This really sets the tone for the rest of the design. This piece is from Lexington Furniture, and the base of it is almost identical to some of the wood accents that we've done in the family room and in this entry. Throughout the home, we've done a mix of soft brass, polished nickel, but in this foyer, I really wanted a little bit of a pop and a dramatic feel. I chose to do the black accents on the light fixtures and the mirror, which also marries with some of the outdoor hardware that we did on the front door. This little pop really accents well with the Benjamin Moore Chantilly lace painted walls. One tip for making your foyer feel warm and inviting is incorporating some soft lighting, such as these Visual Comfort alabaster sconces. Off the living room, we have the primary suite. One unique detail that you'll notice is we ran the main flooring into the primary bedroom and bathroom. The reason for that is we wanted this very calming, brighter, more of a hotel feel in this space. We spent a lot of time space planning this primary suite. Originally, there were built-ins on this wall, a lot of heavy molding and details, carpeting, and the room was a lot larger than what it is now. That was a waste of space and didn't suit what my client was looking for. So I chose to move this wall, which actually created a much larger primary closet and still giving us adequate space for a nice sitting area, this custom bed that we designed, and then incorporate this bench into the frame of the bed. Also, when we were drawing up this bed, we really needed to think about outlets where someone would plug their phone or turn off the lights if you are in bed. So we designed a little wood panel within the fabric channeled headboard that allowed for an outlet and also for a light switch to easily turn the lights on and off. We even customized all of the pillows within the space as well as the draperies. And then to really give us that hotel feel, I chose to wrap all of the walls with this beautiful, calming wallpaper that really helps bring that warm, inviting feel that we were going for within this primary suite. Moving into the primary bathroom, this was a big renovation. Right away, you're greeted with this beautiful accent wall and the tub in the center. We did a lot of space planning here, trying to get the toilet room, 2 vanities, and really taking space from the office and from part of the closet to give us this cohesive and streamlined look and feel. Previously, there were 2 angled walls here and the layout just wasn't quite right. I really wanted to keep these walls very symmetrical and then also keep the vanities symmetrical as well. And then really making this wall our focal point and our accent piece. And then we're balancing it with the 2 darker walnut cabinets here. When we were designing the layout of this cabinetry, what was really important to our client was to have really large mirrors within the space. But when you have large mirrors, there's no opportunity for sconces. So we did this really interesting architectural detail by having this little nook here for 2 beautiful stone sconces that flanked each side of the entrance to the shower. With this shower design, we wanted to have 2 entry points into the shower and also keep the timeless look by doing the same tile that's on the floor on the walls of the shower as well. We're in the outdoor living space, and this area really needed to feel like an extension from the interior living space. We wanted to incorporate many different areas for entertaining, lounging, and really trying to maximize the amount of seating within this outdoor living space. I decided to use the same collection from Vanguard Furniture, which is called the Drift. This is a synthetic teak with an outdoor performance fabric, which is extremely durable. On the swivel chairs, we chose the Jellyfish Rain, and also on the lounge chairs, we did the same fabric so that they weren't competing with each other. Creating multiple areas in this outdoor living space for dining, relaxation. So we did that by having some counter stools here, also a big, beautiful dining table. And then this piece is actually a pool table, but then when the top is on, this acts as another dining or serving table as well. Thank you so much for watching Behind the Design. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe for more home tours and inspiration. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and we'll see you on the next one.